Tender fresh spinach is delicious in salads, pasta, soups, and dips, and is an easy, healthy addition to many meals. And spinach teams with important nutrients to keep your body strong. Eat well and stay strong. Eat spinach, a Louisiana specialty crop.
I'm Chef Celeste, and you're watching Cooking Up Louisiana Treasures, where we'll talk all about spinach today. We're at Frank Feckety's farm, where he's going to tell us how he brings the spinach from the farm to the table.
Frank Feckety owns and operates Frank Feckety Farms near Hammond. That's where we caught up with him to learn how he grows spinach right here in Louisiana.
How long have you been growing spinach?
About 10 years. It started when the farmers markets opened up. We got in the farmers market and planted a variety of crops. Spinach is one of them.
Okay, so you just sell to farmers markets, or where all does your spinach go?
Farmers markets, restaurants.
Okay.
That's about it right now.
So local restaurants around town.
Right, Baton Rouge, New Orleans.
They're eating fresh Louisiana spinach.
Right, that's what they want.
Spinach is an edible flowering plant. Although spinach is native to Central and Southwestern Asia, our temperate climate in Louisiana makes it a perfect crop to grow here. You will often find spinach being picked during the winter months in the Pelican State.
Well, we make the row, put a little fertilizer, and then we scatter the seeds. Then we got a cultipacker that comes over and packs it in the ground a little bit. We don't cover them. We just push them down with the roller. It's a roller cultipacker. Push them down. If the weather's cool and the ground's below 55, they'll pop up 3 or 4 days.
Okay,
and
so
then you're looking at probably 3 weeks right here. 3 weeks grow.
Oh,
right.
So it's a fast turnover.
Right. Well, this time of year it is. See, in the winter we had all this over here was another crop, and it, when it's cold weather they don't grow much.
Okay.
So it slows it way down. But like this, it'll go. This is 3 weeks old. It'll probably go another 5 weeks, and then it'll bolt. It'll make flower, and then it'll be over.
Frank picks his Louisiana spinach by hand, packing the larger leaves in small bags for sale.
We pick it right here by the stem.
I can go down right here?
Right, that's where they like. They don't really like the stem. You pick it like this, you got the big old stem, and like if you was putting it on a burger, you don't really like that part.
Freshly picked, locally grown Louisiana spinach has a high nutrient value. You can almost feel it when you touch the leaves.
It feels different than what you would find.
Right, it's a lot thicker, and it's got a lot more nutrients in it. Even cooked spinach, I like it cooked, and I don't know if you do, we put, I think it's cream cheese, and it makes a good little dish.
Like a dip. Now that we know spinach is not grown in a can, but from beautiful farms like this here, where can you buy it? Well, you can get it from your local grocers that sell Louisiana products. You can get them from roadside stands, and you can get them from the farmers markets, where we're about to go now.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov. Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
So they say it's a man's world? I don't see anybody's name on it.
While they were doing their thing, we slowly changed all that.
Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
Thanks for staying tuned. I'm Chef Celeste, and before we get into the kitchen, I need to introduce you to my guest. He is Dr. Mike Strain with the Department of Agriculture and Forestry. Welcome.
So how are you? Thank you.
I'm doing well. So you are a walking encyclopedia. So tell us a little bit about spinach.
Well, spinach is a very old plant. Actually, it's one of the oldest plants in cultivation, and it originates, probably from Persia. And for centuries, it's been grown and cultivated, and it's traveled across the world.
So how did it get here, and what do we do with it?
Well, it got here when the Europeans came here. It came from Europe. Actually, it actually got into Spain before it got into further parts of Europe. So it came over with the early explorers and the early colonists, and I'm sure in the trips by Columbus to the New World, they brought the spinach plant.
So is it a large crop here in Louisiana?
Well, it's not a very big crop yet, and that's the whole purpose of our specialty crop programs, is to grow these crops. Now, the United States is the second largest producer of spinach in the world. China is first. The United States is second.
And then where is Louisiana in relation to that?
Well, it's very small right now. Louisiana, if you look at what we have so many, we have very large crops.
Right.
When you think about corn and beans and sugar and rice and all those. But now we are growing our specialty crops, because in order to have the farmers markets, the roadside stands, and provide all the produce for our groceries, we need to develop these, what we call the smaller specialty crops, such as spinach and kale and strawberries and all these wonderful things.
Use spinach at home?
Well, what I do with spinach is that I cook it down as a main meal, and of course I always add a lot of cheese. And what I really like with spinach and kale, we get a lot of that from our own gardens. My wife loves to grow that, and we literally will go out and harvest it out of the garden, and we have a raised garden, bring it inside and prepare it.
So for those of us, if they can't grow, I don't grow. So I go to the farmer's market to pick up my spinach.
And that's great, because it's fresh, it's local, and you get to know your farmer, and you can go and you can look at all the spinach and all the kale, and you pick that out, bring it home that day, and you see how quickly you can cook. And if you look at the time that we have, and now, believe it or not, people are very limited at night in the time they have to cook at home. And you can cook a wonderful meal with spinach in about 15 minutes.
That's
delicious.
What I love about it. So many applications.
And it's very, very, very healthy. High in iron, high in vitamins and minerals and protein. Very low in fats, very low in total calories. But it's extraordinarily nutritious.
But we're going to get in the kitchen and cook up some spinach.
Thank you.
Right now, we are going to talk about the proper way to handle your fresh spinach. So we're going to go from cleaning it, when to clean it, and how to store it. Okay, so right now I am going to rinse the spinach, because on your fresh picked spinach, you see it has the dirt in here from being, the soil rather, from being picked fresh. So you need to make sure you get all of that cleaned off before you use your spinach. So just make sure you go through and clean all the grains off, and then drain your spinach, and there you have it. Just make sure you clean them all off. Nice, clean. Once you've washed enough spinach for your meal, then start cooking immediately, which is what I'm gonna do right now. We are gonna get started on cooking up this wonderful product, because I know if you're like me, you can't wait to eat this stuff. So we're gonna get the spinach dip going. I'm gonna chop some parsley and some spinach for you. Let me get this cut up real quick. And folks, you should also have a good set of knives in there also. Can you hand me one of the cleavers over there, please?
I surely can.
I like my toys. Yes. So, in your spinach, we have olive oil in here. It's nice, it's hot. Preheat your pan. It makes a big difference. So you're ready for some sizzle?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
You're gonna get that going.
Some wonderful spinach.
Yes.
Very nutritious.
A lot of spinach
too.
in here, because it's gonna cook down. And that's okay. That's what you want. You want the spinach to cook down nicely. Let's add
just
that
a little bit of olive oil.
Just a little bit of oil.
Just
it's going to bring some, it's going to bring some of the water out, and then we're going to add some bell peppers in there. So you get your bell peppers going. You keep stirring. And I'm gonna use the red. You can use green. You can use whatever you like. What is one of your favorite ways to eat spinach?
Well, actually, I like it creamed like this. It's my favorite. Okay. And also, but now I do eat spinach a lot with salad.
Really?
My wife makes a spinach
I like
salad.
that also.
It's very, very good. And what's incredible about spinach is that it's so nutritious. You know, when you think about spinach, especially, you know, for our kids, you think about the iron, but also the vitamin A, you know, the vitamin C, the vitamin
Well,
E.
yeah, it has a lot in there. And
A lot of protein.
now, folks, I just added some black sea salt in here and some pink Himalayan salt. You can add whatever you like, but get some fun stuff in your kitchen.
And it cooks down quickly.
Right. Then I have some Cajun seasoning in here. Now we're going in with the garlic. You have got to have your garlic in here because that adds the flavor to everything. Looks like you are about ready for some more spinach. I'm going to crank you up here for a minute because you want medium to high heat. I like to cook certain things fast. So basically, you're going to saute your spinach, and I'm going to get all of this out of here and add that in there. The last little bit that's in there, that's okay. You can use that for chicken, whatever. You know, you can make a casserole in here, and you'll be okay. So add that in there. Stir like a chef.
Okay. That means really stir.
Yeah, stir like a chef.
Stir like a chef.
Okay, so you have that going. And then, you ready for some cheese?
I'm ready for some cheese.
Okay, I'm going to add some cheese in here.
Put that on.
You're going to keep stirring with that.
Stir that in.
I'm going to add some of both of my cheese in here
Oh,
because
my
that's
goodness.
the way I like it. Nice and creamy. I'm going to add some milk in here.
Okay. And
You know what?
Is that regular 2%?
I'm going to add some flour before I add the milk in here because that way we won't have any lumps. Stir. I'm still not adding any more oil if you notice that, but that will eliminate the lumps.
Okay.
So you ready?
I'm ready.
Pour a little bit of milk in there. Give me about maybe a quarter cup. Good.
There?
Good.
Okay.
Now, you're going to keep that stirring. You're going to let it cook down. It's going to end up looking like our dip here. You can take this here. Look at that, folks.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So this is what you're going to end up with. But remember I said you're going to have spinach in so many different ways. Now I have some tortellini here.
Okay.
We're going to take the tortellini. We're going to add some of the spinach dip to the tortellini.
This cooks so fast.
It really does. And that's basically, that's done unless you're trying to take it to this stage right here. And you stir that in here. It's nice, it's rich, it's creamy. This is it. It's ready to go. So, nice and simple.
And so for an entree, this is incredible.
Yes.
And very, very, very healthy. You know, a 100-gram serving, you know, has more than 20% of most of the essential vitamins and minerals that you need in a day. High in protein, you know, and it's low in fat. It's very, very good.
You know what? I like tortillas. I like chips and dip.
Yes.
So,
homemade.
These are homemade.
Homemade. Look at that.
We'll tell you how to do that, but you could take this here. You can just dip in there, or you can take some, pour some on top for me. Let's say this was a serving just for you and the family and everything. Pour some on top. Make some nachos for me.
Out of this, with this.
Yeah, of course. Put it right on top. Let it flow through. Put that on
I bet you could make the kids excited with this.
Yes, you could.
Look at that. Look at that.
Top that off. Let some cheese melt on top.
Okay, we're going to turn the fire down.
Hart, what's going on?
I'm leaving.
Why? What did I do?
Not enough. The pressure's too much. I quit.
I get it. I can do better. Just
Please, don't leave.
Don't let your heart quit on you. Get your uncontrolled high blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late.
Right, mi cariño. So like I said, everything I learned about cooking, I learned from Grandma's empanadas. Shall we go again?
Yep.
Mix beef with the onions with the peppers with the paprika with the garlic with the oregano with the cumin. Got it?
Got it.
Throw in the olives, stir, season, stir again, pour out the flour, roll out the dough, make a circle, drop in a fistful of filling, fold over, press down, and ta-da!
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. That single ember can ignite and destroy your home or even your community. You can't control where that ember will land, only what happens when it does. Get Fire Adapted now at fireadapted.org.
Welcome back to Cooking Up Louisiana Treasures, where we talk about Louisiana specialty crops. And today is all about spinach. And right now, we are going to put this spinach to good use. I'm making spinach stuffed chicken. Yep, we're going to have pork chops topped with our spinach Florentine. And you've already seen what we've done earlier today. So we're going to have a lot of good things. I have the chicken on the grill. Now, for those of you that really know how to cook, you're going to roast your own chicken. For those of them that may not know how to cook, what are they going to do?
They're going to go and pick up a rotisserie chicken.
Yeah.
Nice, fresh, beautiful looking chicken. And it's so convenient to do this.
Yeah, that's what you're going to do, because that way you can spend your focus on the spinach, which is going to take a little bit of time. So there will be no excuse. Let me reach over and get this. There's no excuse for saying, oh, it takes too long. You know, I don't want to be in the kitchen, blah, blah, blah. None of that. So you're going to let this brown. Turn it over real quick. We're going to get some color.
And you put a little bit of olive oil down first, and you put the chicken on there, getting some color. It's getting hot.
We're going to put some parsley on here and some Italian seasoning. I'm going to add a little bit of curry powder because I like curry. So curry and spinach goes well together. So you see, I just dropped that right down in there.
So us Cajuns could put a little bit of red pepper on there.
Yeah, you can put some red pepper in there and make it hot. Okay, for you.
Yes, ma'am.
A little bit of Cajun seasoning.
Just a little bit.
A little bit, right there.
Just a little bit.
Yep, then we'll add that in there too. A little bit of extra flavor never hurt anybody. So that's what we're doing. And get that spoon of garlic.
Okay. There you go.
I'm going to add some more on here. Now, folks, I like for my company to work. Here you go. Take the back of the spoon.
Back of the spoon.
And spread that on some of the chicken.
Okay.
And this is going to be so nice and easy. Once you get this going, you can actually take this off of here. You can put it in a pan, put it in the oven. No fuss, no muss. You don't have to worry about a thing. Then I'm going to send you to do some more work. You're going to go over to the oven. And, well, you know what? I'll go to the oven and get that. Okay. You're going to spread your garlic. Then I want you to put a little...
You don't think I'll come back with those pork chops?
Maybe one.
Or maybe one,
yeah.
yes.
So, and you're going to put some of the spinach over there, and you're going to let it go. But I'm going to go to the oven, and I'm going to grab the pork chops. So you can see if you want chicken, you want pork, if you want seafood, no matter what you like to eat, we can take care... Oh, look at that. That looks really good. Just stopped me right in my tracks. And I can only imagine, now this is nice and hot, once we get the spinach on top.
Okay.
Look at this. And I'm going to show you how easily it cooks down. And then I'm going to go get another pan for you. Okay, spread that around for a minute.
Okay.
And I'm going to go get the other pan that I have spinach in the bottom. And we're going to put that chicken on there. We're going to top it off. And we're going to put that back in the oven. So you can see how cooking with this wonderful spinach is so easy to do. Now, you ready?
I am ready.
Can I have your tongs?
Absolutely.
Because I am going to take your chicken.
Okay.
We're going to turn it face up because we're going to stuff it.
Okay.
We're going to put it on that nice bed of spinach. And then, look at that. Turn it up.
Okay. Very good. Open that up.
Open that up
there
right
you go. There you go.
Take your spoon again.
Okay.
Well, you got it?
I've got it.
Take your spoon.
I've got it.
Remember, this pan is hot. Put some right in the cavity.
Okay.
You can put cornbread stuffing in here if you want. You can put whatever with the spinach, but why? You know, you have your vessel here. All we're really concerned with is this nice, wonderful spinach. That is looking amazing.
Really good, right?
Makes you want to take your fork and just dip some out real quick.
Well, I was wondering how you keep the kids from dipping with those.
Just have the tortillas ready and just let them dip away. That is the beauty of using spinach.
My name is Judy Myhand. I'm an instructor in nutrition and food sciences at LSU, and this nutritional segment is on spinach. Did you know that nutrient levels are different for raw and cooked spinach? For optimal nutrition, you shouldn't overcook spinach. 2 cups of raw spinach is the equivalent to 1 cup of cooked spinach. 1 cup of raw spinach has 23 calories and 1 cup of cooked spinach has 46. So, consider adding raw spinach to your diet. Lightly cooked spinach, as in a quick pan sauté, is both delicious and healthy for you too.
every budget, so don't accept defeat.
Now you can get covered and still buy me treats.
You take care of your pets. Now it's their turn to take care of you. Visit getcoveredamerica.org to learn about your health insurance options.
Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
The Louisiana strawberry industry involves some 80 growers who produce berries on 360 plus acres for a gross farm value in excess of $12 million. Tangipahoa Parish is the leading strawberry producing parish in the state, with 285 acres of production and upwards of $10 million in sales annually. Strawberry growers deliver berries to grocery store warehouses, individual grocery stores, fruit stands, and farmers markets. Louisiana strawberries can be available as early as November, December, and January. It all depends on the weather. The ideal growing climate for strawberries is one where the growing berries are exposed to warm, sunny days and cool nights. In this type of climate, the berry's production of sugar and vitamin C are maximized. Louisiana's climate is conducive to strawberry growth, which is why the strawberry is one of Louisiana's celebrated specialty crops.
Welcome back to Cooking Up Louisiana Treasures. I'm Chef Celeste, and we're doing a full meal today, but we're featuring spinach, but we need a dessert. So we're gonna cook some wonderful Louisiana strawberries. What we're making with the strawberries is a nice, simple tart. So, just take that off right now. I know it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good, okay.
But what we're gonna do, we're gonna make pick up either some cookie dough, or you can make this from scratch. This one here I made from scratch. It's a shortbread dough, shortbread cookies. You bake those up, put them put it on a sheet pan, or these were baked in a muffin tin. And when they come out, just press them down a little bit, let them cool. Done. That's nice and easy. Then this is some banana pudding.
Ooh.
Or you can buy the already pre-made stuff, whipped cream, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Cut the tip for me.
Will do.
And this is a little tip for you at home. If you don't have a pastry bag, which most people, you're not going to have a pastry bag, use a Ziploc bag. And you just squeeze everything out on here. Nice and simple. That's going to be your pastry bag. Got my bananas coming out. And just put it on there nice and easy. It's not going to be too heavy. Look at that. Okay. Good. Get that out of the way. I'm going to grab my spoon. In this pot here, I had some water, some strawberries, and sugar. Let that cook down. Basically, what you're making is a strawberry jam. Now, this is where the fun part comes in. I'm going to put some of the jam on here. Let me put that in the sink. And then you can put your strawberries on there. There we go. Put that on there.
All right.
Spread it on nice and simple. Now start adding your strawberries.
Okay.
And then you see over here, I made the small little tarts also. So we're gonna add, grab a spoon for that one there so I don't make a mess. But you can start adding just the strawberries on here also. Nice and simple. This is bite size. It can be used for the kids. It can be used for a party.
These Louisiana strawberries, I mean, they're fresh, they're in season.
Exactly.
And they are absolutely
and
delicious.
I have to give you a tip on the strawberries. However many you need for your recipe.
Get extra?
Yeah. Yeah, you need to get extra.
The sweetest strawberries are grown in climates that enjoy a lot of sunshine. That's one reason why Louisiana strawberries are one of the state's most anticipated specialty crops. Strawberries are grown across the state at farms like Liuza Farm located near a meet. These Louisiana strawberries were planted in late September, early October, and started producing berries in November. Strawberry plants typically continue producing through April in Louisiana. That's a long growing season. Louisiana farmers have a few techniques they employ to keep berry production going through early, cooler winter months.
You see the string here with the little wire hoop, and then you see a row cover. We pull that over to protect the flowers through the winter, and that way you can have this berry. See, 21 days ago when it was still freezing, this berry was a bloom. Okay, so we had a row cover to help keep them from burning up, losing the flowers. so we can have berries now.
With good weather, it takes about 21 days for a strawberry to mature from bloom to harvest. It's a cycle that continues over the almost 6-month annual life cycle of the plant.
You look in here, you see the flowers, you see these flower buds coming out. They're going to turn into that just in a few days.
So this is actually the strawberry. Is that right?
That's actually where it starts from. It comes out of the crown. You got several fruit heads here. And this is a good promising thing that I'm looking at here now. You see a lot of blooms coming out. They're gonna open up here in a few days.
Okay.
So.
But my question is, as this grows, it ripens.
It ripens. Yes, yes, ma'am. It's steady.
Okay.
It loses its petals, and then it steady turns into to this here. Then it goes to a red berry.
Cold, wet weather impacts strawberry production in a variety of negative ways. Louisiana got pretty cold and wet during the 2014-2015 strawberry season. However, you can still get plenty of this naturally sweet treat.
The cold really, see how it made it kind of deformed? But it's still a good berry. Nothing wrong with this, but it's not a perfect round type. See how it's kind of deformed, but it's still a real good berry.
Okay.
Nice. I could vouch for that.
Look how juicy that is.
We love the farm. We take pride in what we do, and a lot of people depend off of the farm, and all from pickers, truck drivers, diesel mechanics. It just the farm turns a lot of money in the economy. It just rotates. It puts a lot of people to work. The local grocery stores. Every time I go into a convenience store somewhere, people ask, "Hey, when we gonna start work? When we gonna get labor in so they can start doing business?" And that's one thing that we do. We got families that live off of the farm here, and they depend off of we need good crops. That's all we're here for, just to work people and keep things turning.
Check out our website at cookinguplouisianatreasures.com and take our survey. We'd love to hear from you and get your thoughts.
You've been watching Cooking Up Louisiana Treasures. Watch more clips from the show online at cookinguplouisianatreasures.com. While you're there, take our quick survey and tell us how you use Louisiana Specialty Crops. It's all at cookinguplouisianatreasures.com. See you next time.